This is the side of Paris you don't see. But to understand how we got in this situation, let's start the story from here. Paris, known to many for the Eiffel Tower, food culture, and as the city of love. But there's one part of Parisian culture that they built a religion around, and that's the famous Paris Saint-Germain football club, and their die-hard fans known as Les Ultras. Originally seated in the Cop de Boulogne, the KOB, they became active in the late 1970s, inspired by the British-style cop ends similar to the one at Liverpool's Anfield Stadium, and the KOB gained notoriety for far-right and nationalist affiliations, with some groups like the Boulogne Boys accused of racism, hooliganism and violence. This led to bitter internal rivalries, especially with fans from the more inclusive and multicultural Artulistan. And this tension climaxed in 2010 after a fan named Jan Lawrence died during clashes between the KOB and Artuli fractions, with PSG instating Plan de Parox, disbanding all ultra groups, banning organised support and introducing randomised ticketing to break up the gang-like behaviour. And in this episode, I'm exploring the Parisian culture as they prepare for their biggest match of the season against my club Arsenal, and what it truly means to be a Paris Saint-Germain fan today.
Listening to right now?
What?
Yeah, then we've got that song.
Hey, London to Paris, Arsenal, you lot, we better get the win tonight, yeah? Because we're trying to find our PSG Ultras, but on top of that, we're trying to qualify for the Champions League final. Come, let's go. Welcome to Paris. So we are currently in Paris, and we're waiting for a little Uber to come through. It was a smooth journey over. I can't lie. I kicked off about 45 minutes in, had a little sleep. Jamie, bro, this Brit abroad, he couldn't get no sleep, so man's just here. But you know, Paris is notorious for its traffic, so we got about a 7-minute wait for Uber. We're gonna head to the hotel, then we're gonna start to explore the city. Merci beaucoup. Can't lie, the vibes is right in Paris today. I'm actually feeling mad confident. And the Parisian people, you see me, I always get on with French people. I don't know why everyone's always gone like they're rude. In my humble opinion and my experience, I've always got along with Parisians.
Cut down.
Fucking go!
Let's go! Yeah, it's fucking happening tonight.
No, I'm joking.
2 goals for Paris and one for Arsenal. PSG.
Paris.
Yeah.
Paris, yeah.
I think 2-1 for PSG.
1-1. Just 1-1. Yes.
Goals.
It's Paris!
5-0. The magic of the Parc des Princes will be amazing.
Why is Paris Saint-Germain a religion?
Because this is a PSG, this Paris magic.
Magic?
Yeah. For Paris, only Paris. For London, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham. Paris, only Paris. Only Paris.
Paris is the most beautiful city in the world. Paris is magical. Paris is the city of stars, the star clubs, the good places. Paris influences the world.
Merci. Yeah, pas de quoi. Merci.
So the situation is we are going to be taking a line bike and we're going to be heading through the city. Paris is one of those cities where there is just too much traffic. As you can see here, all of that is just for rush hour. And it doesn't look like it's actually going to reduce. So the only option right now is to line bike. And then we'll get there, we'll turn up, we'll get ready for the game. Come on, you Gunners! The situation was less than ideal. UEFA only gave Arsenal fans 2,500 tickets for the game, and with prices hitting 1,500 quid, yeah, we weren't paying that. Instead, we copped tickets for 700 quid, but that meant we'd be sitting incognito in the PSG end. With their history, we were warned, no Arsenal colours, no red, no badge, nothing.
very angry. So
Very angry.
yeah. So be careful, but that's Spain.
And this was the biggest game of the season, and we weren't taking any chances. But if nothing else, we were about to get a real taste of what it was like to be a PSG fan in the heart of Paris on their biggest night of the year. They missed the À Paris, tout peut arriver is a saying in the city that means in Paris, anything can happen. And although the ultras might be tamer than they once were, but under the lights of the Parc de France, with chants echoing through the streets and buskers doing kick-ups underneath the Eiffel Tower, you start to get it. You understand why Parisians fall in love with this club, because the passion for the club is deep rooted in the Parisian culture. And you realize that to be a PSG fan today, you just have to remember one thing.
Paris magique.